As a reminder, AGDQ 2016's live stream is powered by Twitch. Welcome back to AGDQ 2016. We got a $5 donation from Anonymous. This is the best charity event I can think of. Got so much hype for the Bloodborne Run Kill the Cancer. Save the animals. Minnie donates $10. Well, thanks. I've lost so much sleep watching these amazing games now. I may need to sleep a whole day. Also, where's the animal killing? Too much pacifism. Got another anonymous donation of $5. Longtime watcher and first-time donator. Love the blindfolded punch-out runs in the past. Let's make this year no different than the last. Thank you, Loif, for your $30 donation. When I played Cloud Built last year, it instantly became one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm super excited to see it run at AGDQ. It's well worth getting up early for. Here's $30. Put it towards saving those harmless critters. Kevod1911 donates $20. Lost my dad to cancer 8 years ago. Let's kick cancer where the sun don't shine. Another anonymous donation of $10. My mother is a 2-time cancer survivor. Great cause. Up early making games in Montreal, keeping on this stream for continuous inspiration. Keep it up all. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed my hosting, but I must go ahead and toss the baton to Zach SK. Thank you for listening to me guys, and I hope to see you guys again soon.
We have $10 from Marisa. Good afternoon from icy Sweden. Got on the stream just in time for my favorite announcer and game block, putting this towards naming the sprite Frisk in Secret of Mana, since Yagamoth is going to need some serious determination to get through that run. $100 from Glarung. Long-time viewer, second time donating. Good luck to all the runners, and cheers from Chile, Estonia. $10 from Roxor's Boxers. It's always a blast watching AGDQ every year. Save those frames and those animals. $100 from Philip. Enjoy GDQ for years. First time watching live. Thanks for many hours of entertainment and the amazing cause. $30 from Incognito. G'day from Down Under. Great event. Love what you dudes and dudettes are doing for the cause. Just one thing. What's with the small couch? $50 from Anonymous. Indie games are my passion, so this is my favorite block. Keep up the good work, the good fight, and let's show Cancer who wants to be the guy. $20 from Kikutree. Good luck and have fun and keep killing those animals. And just as a reminder, the next big incentive we have coming up is the Spelunky Hell Run, which is close, just under, or just over $1,000. So if you want to see that, make sure you put your donations in before Spelunky starts.
Okay.
Should I do it?
Sure.
Okay, I'll count from 5. 5, 4.
Wait, no. Count down from 3.
3? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, our first decision was to not choose hard mode because hard mode wasn't out when I submitted this. Anyway, we play as Kero Blaster. He's a frog, and he is a custodial scientist, which is a fancy term for janitor. And his job is to clean off a bunch of teleporters. And that's what we're going to do. So this game is also made by Studio Pixel, who made Cave Story. You can probably tell that just by the art style and by the music and everything. And instead of getting XP to level up guns, we're going to be collecting coins. I actually need 2 random coin drops, which I got, because there's going to be 8 more coins in this chest up here, and 10 coins is for our first upgrade. And coins also buy health, you know, among other things. And the coin reader is actually pretty strict, you know, if we're going for optimal play. Does the couch want to introduce themselves while we're playing?
No.
No.
I'm in one account, I run Cave Story and this, but not as well.
I'm Boix, I run Pepsi Man and this, but not as well.
I'm Munchakoopas, I run Shovel Knight, and I've done one run of this.
Perfect.
Also for the tech people, I'm not getting audio from them, so if we could try to fix that, please. Mid-run. I'm not getting audio from the couch. These guys are incredibly random and they just do damage to you sometimes, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna get another heart before the first boss. That spike right there always drops a heart. And as you've seen so far, like, this is just a mechanic of the guns in the game. If you hold down the shoot button, the gun will fire at a set rate, but if you press the button a lot, you can shoot faster than the gun will fire. Than the gun wants to fire. So being able to mash buttons really fast is pretty useful for this game and killing bosses and enemies and whatnot. Oh, my game just froze.
Oh no.
Rest in peace.
Huh.
Okay.
I legitimately have never seen them.
Oh,
wait,
hey, we're back.
Wait. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah!
All right.
You did it, man.
I did it. I made the game unfreeze.
Yeah, I've never seen that before at all.
No, that's weird.
Indie devs these days. As you saw, we just picked up a new weapon. It's a pretty good weapon because it can actually hit underground, and there's a ton of enemies underground in the next area, which is basically by design, as it forces you to use this weapon. We also just picked up a heart jar, so whenever we take fatal damage, it'll heal us back up to 4 hearts. And we're probably not going to get more than 4 hearts this run. It depends how well it goes. There's a lot of like little movements that are difficult to explain that just manipulate enemy positions and how they react. Like, for example, the birds will always jump towards you, or like they'll fly towards you in the direction you're facing. So by facing backwards on this next upcoming screen, they'll spawn behind me. And normally they're really annoying and they love to get in your way, but if you just face backwards and moonwalk away, they just will spawn all behind you. I actually need one more coin because I'm going to be upgrading this gun as well as getting an extra health container. There we go. Perfect. So I'm going to upgrade my fan to the wide. It'll make it do 1 more damage and have a much larger hitbox. As you can see, like... Oh, okay. I get hit,
Got beat.
apparently.
We'll get that back.
Now I noticed you didn't go for the swag points last time. There we go.
Yeah, it's very important speed tech to swap your weapons along to the beat of the music.
It's actually a mechanic carried over from Cave Story.
I'm actually gonna try a pretty neat strat here where you jump off the heads of the enemies. I
Oh,
missed it.
dang.
It's really hard to do.
Yeah.
You can jump off of a lot of enemies in this game.
Yeah, basically every enemy's head you can jump off of. This boss is pretty straightforward. He just summons a bunch of like little minions, and then once you kill all of them, he spawns, and he runs in the direction that you're facing. So. Took 1 damage on purpose.
Oh no.
I turned around by mistake when I started to mash. Oh, so there's like 1 hit left. Yeah, that's unfortunate that I lost Heart Jar. That just means I'm gonna have to rebuy it later on, because it's basically required for the final boss.
It is pretty common to lose it before that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess while we have a moment, I'll elaborate on the story. You work for Cat and Frog Incorporated. Your job is to clean out teleporters. That's pretty much it.
As you can see, you're the cat half of the Cat and Frog company.
Yeah.
That damage was intentional.
There's a lot of elaborate setups you can go to avoid the spikes, but it's faster just to drop down immediately and take the damage. There's lots of hidden chests and safes that contain money that we obviously used to buy upgrades.
Nice.
Thanks. That pink bat that I just killed, if I let him drop down and fly off screen, he'll summon a bunch of his friends. That's no good. Because it's basically one big endurance battle.
So he's using the bubbler there, so he doesn't have to slow down at all.
Yeah,
as he's walking.
the one time that we have to use the intentional use of the bubbler to hit things that are below the terrain, or on terrain below us rather.
Really difficult boss coming up.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
difficult. Especially if you jump away from him immediately.
First try.
Yeah, first try. I took a little bit of time to collect the coins that he dropped, just because I need a good bit of random coin drops in here and the next area to get my next upgrade.
Yeah, we're gonna need 300 total.
Hopefully a bit more so I can buy health back if I need to, but I don't plan on needing it. That's another pink bat. He does the same thing that the last one did. If you don't kill him and he flies off screen, he'll cause trouble and waste you a ton of time. I'm facing backwards here not because I'm trying to bait enemy positions, but just as a setup for the next boss. And this I did at a convenient time. Now, I'm actually not going to kill this boss as fast as I potentially could, just to have a better setup for at the bottom or at the end of the fight. Because as you see, I'm fighting him in the water, and I'm actually going to try to kill him right over this middle bubble. And so when I collect his drop, which is a jetpack, I'm going to be riding this middle bubble up. I actually might be off center a little bit, so I might fall off. But what you're supposed to do is ride the bubble up. I did miss it.
Okay.
Yeah, I killed him a bit too fast, actually. That's why that happened.
Too good at the game, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, the goal on that boss was to just, make him go into his second phase in an ideal spot. Because that changes up his attack pattern and whatnot. Oh, free life.
Nice Kero.
Thank you.
And the item he got was the
deserved it.
jetpack. It resets its boost every time you touch the ground.
Yeah, and there's two types of boosts. You can do a forward boost if you're holding forward, or you can do a long one, like upwards if you're not holding anything. And we used it for a skip right there. And get 140 more coins.
First major skip in the game.
Yeah, if he didn't do that, he'd have to go all the way around and up.
And there's a long,
Yeah.
long section where you need to deal with moving platforms that are, it's long. That's the whole point. Speaking of moving platforms, I can take the time to kill them because I need to wait on this platform right here. So I could have taken the time to. Another difficult boss.
If it's not immediately obvious yet, by the way, the soundtrack of this game is absolutely gorgeous.
10 out of 10.
And here we're getting the most cost-effective upgrade in the entire game. This weapon goes from doing. What is it? Nice. This weapon goes from doing 3 damage to 8 damage, and with a larger spread. So this is actually going to melt bosses pretty quickly, and all enemies too. And it's the cheapest of like the second tier upgrades. Oops. On the next screen, the intended way to do this is to hit that red switch and make the tire go and kill all the enemies, but that requires a lot of avoiding, and you can just avoid all the enemies if you're pretty careful about it. Got that heart just for safety.
That heart's always there, it's guaranteed.
There's almost always a heart before a boss in this game, if you look hard enough.
This is probably the easiest boss in the game.
You just kill him too fast for him to do any attacks. Like, maybe he'll occasionally do 1 damage, but it's just so consistent.
If you're a lot slower on that, there's a spike a little bit later on. You can kill the boss and fall during the cutscene on the spike, and then after the cutscene, you'll just die immediately. It's pretty good.
I usually just fall off the truck and then get crushed by it.
That also works.
Now the weapon we just got is the fire. It's a pretty short range weapon. It's going to be very useful in the next area because it does extra damage to a lot of the enemies. There's some things that require the fire to be killed, like ice blocks that are in your way. So the game kind of does a good job of tutorializing like that you need to use different weapons, except the bubble.
It's a pretty fresh looking jacket.
Thanks.
No problem.
We just picked up the Dapper jacket. This is just going to absorb 1 hit for us, and obviously we'll want to save it for as long as possible. This fridge can be annoying sometimes. Oh, he was fine though. Okay. The weird thing about ice physics in this game is that it's basically just a carbon copy of how your physics change while you're in the air. So that's how they make it feel like more slippery, I guess. Oh, lost it. Ruined. I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. Whoops. There's an extra life up there, but we're not gonna get it. Nice. I guess this is a good time to talk about the 2 bosses in this area. They're both incredibly random, and they can just waste a ton of time if they want to. The first one not so much as the second. As you see, I'm uncovering like 5 vents, and the big like black blob can move from any vent to any vent, and we basically never want him to go to any of the high ones. I'm at 1 HP, so I actually have to be kind of careful. He's giving me pretty short patterns, which are not ideal, but that's fine. Ideally, you get a 1 cycle on him, because he moves faster every time he like does a movement. Extra heart, extra jacket, not too much to explain.
So in a more casual playthrough of this game, you would probably end up collecting a lot more money and upgrading a lot more. But Drac ends up basically doing this with as little upgrades as possible.
Yep. We have all the weapon upgrades we're going to get for the game.
The quad is just too good to need anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with some really good button mashing.
Because all the bosses, you can just kind of camp their hitbox. Nice. Okay. The enemy on the next screen, he's normally in your way, but you can kind of sneak under him like that. I shot him early with the quad to make him drop the snowball early. Whoa.
You saved it.
Yeah, I saved it. As you could tell, I used some pretty good jetpack control, I guess you could say, to skip a little bit of the platforming. Now we get the boss that loves to troll. So he starts off with these three like hitboxes, and I'm manipulating his position so that he puts the next one right in front of me. Okay, he gave me okay luck. Basically, you can do a random amount of damage to him each turn, and that's dependent on like the positions that the lines he shoots out goes into. And he gave me the worst possible luck on the next phase. That's okay. Ideally, you get a 1 round on him.
Well done.
But yeah, that was basically the best I could do with the luck I was given.
Yeah, it's really just up to the game completely.
Yeah.
And I don't think I mentioned it, but I'm skipping the cutscenes by pressing start.
You actually couldn't skip the cutscenes until a pretty recent update.
And that took like 5 minutes off the game, which is pretty neat.
Added a ton of free extra awesome content too.
Yeah.
That's true. None of which you're going to see in this run, though, unfortunately. So these green balls that are moving in this room, they're on a set cycle. So I have to move pretty quickly, and I think I get... Okay, I did get the early cycle. Those drops on the ceiling, they're on a cycle as soon as you enter the room, so you can just squeeze in between them. Otherwise, you have to like kind of react or risk taking a hit by jumping through them. But by going fast enough, just get through it. And as you can see, the quad is just demolishing all the enemies in here. That's going to be a pretty common trend.
I just want to note that I was just informed that we're adding a new donation incentive, a $10,000 incentive for Super Metroid 2 players, 1 controller. And that's now live on the website to donate for.
Cool.
So this is Pudding Boss.
It's the cutest boss.
Not going to see much of his face, though.
So that was Pudding Boss.
Yep. It was a pretty standard fight. You just camp the hitbox and the boss dies. So I'm shooting upwards here so that an enemy shoots out the fish bones a lot sooner. That way they don't get in my way later. It's kind of difficult to see the enemies in the train, but if you know where their position is, you can deal with them. These spiders on the ceiling, they'll drop down when you get near. Also gonna shoot that one so it goes up. And their movement is actually really random. Whether or not they like move backwards or forwards, but it's a kind of minor explanation given that it already happened.
So yeah, he's gonna grab some coins here to pick up the heart jar later.
That's right. That guy throws a wrench at you, but again, just kill him with the quad, because it does an insane amount of damage.
I want everyone to pay extra attention during this upcoming boss fight.
This boss is really good.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And you got 5 Keros.
That's true. Hopefully I won't need them. Should we just be quiet for suspense, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo!
Whoa, okay. Perfect.
Perfect fight.
So what he did there was he jumped in the hitbox of the head of the enemy boss and killed it from inside, basically, rather than standing on the left side where the train is.
The intended way to beat him is to stand on the train way back on the left side of the screen.
It takes forever.
Yeah, it takes
Yeah.
forever if you do it that way. And it doesn't look impressive at all.
If he doesn't jump at very specific points on that boss, he will immediately fall to his death, too.
Yeah, if you touch the ground there at all, you die.
Yeah, I think that was implied.
Yeah.
Oops. There's upcoming, right here is the last screen with the birds. That's why I'm facing backwards. Because again, that makes them spawn behind me. This screen is actually incredibly difficult. Ah, that's a good hit. That's okay though.
Actually, still do need one coin, too.
Yeah, I also need to buy coins to heal, so.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh!
Oh.
Dang.
Oh, oh well. Well, I guess I don't need to buy coins to heal anymore. I still need one more though. That was a pretty silly death. Oh, alright. If you can't tell, this is the exact same as the first boss, just as a normal enemy now. What? Okay. He's camping the coins, dude. Okay. That took longer than it had any right to be. So I'm just gonna heal and buy another heart jar for the final boss. If I had kept heart jar until now, I could have bought a 5th health upgrade instead. But that's just kind of a luxury, it's not required. And now the difficulty really ramps up, both like the casual sense.
Nice jacket.
Yeah, I got another jacket. We're gonna try to save the jacket for a little bit. But yeah, these next few screens are way more difficult than anything else in the game. Okay. Specifically this screen. Okay, perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really difficult to explain on the fly because it happens so fast and there's so much enemy manipulation and
Yeah.
reaction.
Here's another bat.
Last pink bad.
Then ideally he won't shoot these enemies at all, and then boost right through there to
Yeah.
get through that gap.
Because if you shoot those enemies, they aggro onto you. And they start throwing projectiles everywhere. And it's not a good time. Cat boss. This is the president. Something's happened to her, but we skipped the cutscene, so we don't know. If you want the story, you'll have to play the game for yourself.
Which you should do. It's $10. Easy. I think.
420
It is,
damage.
This is also the frog boss of the Cat and Frog Inc.
Clearly.
So you shot the domino there to stun it, basically, and then use it as a platform to attack her.
Right. And since I'm low on health, I'm going to jump off the building off the right side, because if you take instant kill damage, it won't consume the heart jar. Then we have the true final boss. So I lose a life, but I get those 3 hearts back, and I still have the heart jar. And now we have like the stupidest boss in the game. It's Missing No from Pokemon Red and Blue. This boss is far and away more difficult than every other boss, except besides the clock if you do the really swag strat.
So all the platforms and everything that it's shooting out are all random. So every single time he does this, it's completely different,
Yep.
and it can definitely affect how well you do with the boss.
The positions of his projectiles, where he puts the enemies on the ground, basically everything except these lasers that he just shot right there is all random in the boss. Got him. Time.
Nice.
Nice job.
Looks like you got 26:35.
Cool.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Before we go, I'll just say that if you're interested in getting into speedrunning, I think this is a good game to start with. At least it's basic, it's straightforward, but it's still challenging.
And Drake has a really good tutorial out for it.
Yeah, definitely.
A few minor things about the tutorial are outdated since the Zangief update, but gets you like 99% of the way there.
Yeah.
Are we good to go, or?
We have a $25 donation from Queen Thulu. Studio Pixel is a huge inspiration. Thanks for running his awesome game, streamer. #LMAO